Hello and welcome. I've all sorts of screwed it up already. I'm trying to unmute you guys, and it was so much easier when I just unmuted you using a button. It was so much nicer. But welcome to End of Tour, the weekly live stream here on Medic Materials Facebook and YouTube. Guys, welcome. Gerardo, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Yeah,
I'd be doing a lot better if you could send me the link to the YouTube feed.
I can do that. Let me pause here, and I will attempt to do that here.
I have people that are interested in.
You got people. You got people.
You got the peoples.
You got the
I got
Peoples. The peoples.
All right, let's see if I.
So in the meantime, I'll do a shameless plug while he looks for that.
You do that. You do that.
That's right, Mike. Anyone wants a crocheted donut?
Oh,
my wife,
so
she just whipped this out in like about an hour.
That's
good
freaking
stuff.
Awesome.
Throw that shit up in the merch. If you want one, chime in. I'll see if I can get one to you.
There you go. There you go. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to.
That's right, Jerry.
That's right.
That's right, Jerry.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to.
The nails did. The weave done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The fruity booty test, Jerry.
All right, I believe you should have it now.
I believe
Phil
you
talked out loud.
I heard it too.
Phil said words.
Phil said words. The Phil Foundation.
The first couple minutes.
There you go. So we do have to introduce the panel tonight. We first have our Phil Foundation rock star.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys actually hear the stuff yet?
Whoa. Well, a second.
Sort of, maybe.
It cuts in and out.
I tried fixing it.
Didn't work.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But
That's
the Phil Foundation is here, as well as the Maha Butchie, as always, is here. It's still lovely when the tubas come in. I love it.
1,000 samples fertilize your living room. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Love it. So guys, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this or not, because life sucks and it's tough. But I got a few new sound bites that you guys have been wanting, have been requesting. The first one of note, I guess, is the let's see, I'm gonna bring up your guys' volume, make sure you guys actually hear this, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing?
Nada.
Nothing.
Do you know what the word nada means?
This is terrible.
It's like beer.
So it was boom.
Oh.
It was boom. And just
well, that's gonna be great.
Yep, and we also have to pay the homage to more wrestling fans and more wrestling stardom on this show by
Yes.
Woo! Because it's
the nature boy.
It's been needed.
Yeah.
It's been needed. So, what are you drinking out of Speedy Gonzalez today, there, Gerardo?
Oh boy! So this is a little concoction I put together. It's raspberry lemonade and tequila.
Oh, that
It's
actually
It's like beer.
that actually does
like
sound
beer.
delicious.
Oh yeah, that's good.
As the first
Pour on
episode
that,
was
wow.
all about the Green Dragon, the second episode is all about the Orange Crush. So
yes, the Orange Crush.
I'm
good
back
one.
with my version of the screwdriver.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, it's
like
so
that.
it's so delicious.
Yep.
I think next week
Ooh.
might be the vanilla bourbon and orange juice.
Mm.
I think that's next week. which is
I might go classic next week and do like a vintage drink.
Ooh, like
I might do that.
What
a whiskey sour, you know?
That's kind of that's
like
where my mind first went.
Classic.
Yeah,
you know?
I like it. I like it.
I'll look around. I'll find something.
So we got people in the chat. Make sure that in the chat, I love to see where you guys are from. So drop the state that you guys are listening or watching from. If you are enjoying the adult frothy beverages with us, make sure you tell me what the heck you're drinking, because if there's a really good idea, I might try it. So I'm always on the lookout for new things to try. And
new and exciting.
Let's put it this way: if you are drinking a frothy Stone Cold Steve Austin Broken Skull IPA, I might just send you money, but I doubt it. We're broke on this show.
Be nice if he would send us money.
I know, right? We plug his beverages enough,
right? Jesus.
But yeah, Justin.
He just doesn't care about first responders.
No. He doesn't.
No. He doesn't thank us for our service.
No. Who does in reality?
That's a good point.
I must say that Justin. Justin is listening for everybody. Nice. He reached out to us last week, said, hey, he's going to tune in this week. So, Justin, I miss you. I love you. I wish that you'd stop working in Columbia County and come over to a good county.
The dark side.
Maybe I'd see you some more.
What?
Oh no, I'm just looking. Your wife is chiming in on the chat tonight. So
boy.
If she's chiming in on the chat, she should just join you on the camera, and join us that way. Bring a little festive female charm to the episode.
I don't want to give her any reasons to doubt why she
married you,
herself involved with me. It's like,
if she hasn't figured out the red flags by now, I'm pretty sure that you're safe.
Look, I really didn't realize his mind was that depraved and he was really that juvenile.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure she knows by now.
Yeah, she knows. She knows.
She's heard many of our conversations while we've chatted on the phone. I'm pretty sure she knows.
Yeah. We've gone down some rabbit hole.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Including the night, including the He-Man night. What?
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
No, I'm going to leave it right there, no context. Let everybody figure that one out. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Nothing. I was getting in trouble by your wife. She says we'd all be in trouble if she joined.
Yeah, that would just tone things right down.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just close this now.
Yeah.
Right. Why don't you just go to sleep?
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
Nappy time. Nappy time.
Nappy. Stacy's also joined us from last week.
Nice.
How are
welcome.
you guys?
Howdy.
Howdy.
I do not understand if what the context of the am I festive enough? I couldn't tell you.
I'm sure TJ's off in the background playing something there in the background.
What was it
hold
last
on,
week?
Hold on. And she can chime in and tell us if we're right.
NBA
2K23.
Okay. All right. Last week it was Madden, wasn't it?
It was.
It was. All right. So we'll wait for her to chime in. And I do believe that the Phil Foundation's wife is in the audience as well.
Yes.
So you better watch what you say, Phil. NBA 2K something is what she is.
Yep.
NBA 23K.
That's it.
Yep. So boom.
So anybody who's playing NBA right now who can watch this, go on right now, look for him. I believe it's Castle something or other is his freaking name, and just grief the living shit out of him.
Yep.
Just like pick Dikembe Mutombo and stand in front of the net with your arm up.
Oh
my!
Not in my house.
Not in my house.
Oh my good gravy! I love it. So last week, we had a lot of fun last week. And I assume that we're going to have a blast of fun tonight. But Phil, you had something. Phil actually wanted to say something tonight. And
no shit.
And even,
as unbelievable as that is.
As unbelievable as that is.
Holy
on
shit.
a live show.
He does talk.
He does talk. And
He's not just a puppet.
I'm going to chuck the ball into Phil's court. And because what he's bringing up is actually really interesting. So, and on the educational front.
It is.
Man, interesting.
We'll get the education out of the way first, and then we can just act like
I was here for like dick jokes and shit. Come on.
Well, no. We'll get to those. We'll go down the rabbit hole shortly.
I had a whole repertoire of tossing and salad ready to go.
Did you now?
No, not really.
Is it next?
But you know me, it's in there.
It's stacked up next to your prison wallet.
Oh yeah. Well, that's where I keep it.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Got to reach down deep down there to get it.
Oh, dig deep. I passed the extra crunchy Jif.
Oh. All right.
Next to the miracle whip.
Anywho, let's let Phil actually speak and tell us what he found so interesting today.
So I learned about a new disease process about 2 hours ago.
COVID-19?
What's that?
Sorry. Nothing. Just making a COVID joke. Go ahead.
So it's called warm autoimmune hemolytic anemia. So basically what it is at 37 degrees Celsius, your body begins to break down red blood cells at a severely rapid rate. It's extremely rare. It's an instance of 1 to 3 per 100,000 people. And what it does is once it breaks down your red blood cells, it also boosts your bilirubin in your bloodstream. So you start to see, the jaundice, they get, they experience difficulty breathing, extremely dark urine and fatigue. And I had never heard of it. And one of my patients actually had it. And that's...
I was going to say, kind of makes me rethink a couple. Yeah.
But it only, at 37 degrees Celsius and above, is when the breakdown starts.
Right.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Definitely he came on earlier in the, the pre-show and stuff, and he's like, yeah, did you guys ever hear about this? And I'm like, no. Like, what?
No, paramedic.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, dumb it down a little to the stupid level here. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It happens mostly in the spleen and the liver, because those are the most high.
Which would explain,
areas in the body. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like as soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah, I can remember a couple that I've had where there was jaundice, there was, altered status. I mean, it was just, but there was nothing, there was no, history of any kind of, renal or not renal, but, liver function issues, no hepatitis, nothing like that. And I'm just like, all right, well, we're just going to go to the fucking hospital and let them deal with it, But, no, it's interesting.
So apparently you made Justin write prison wallet in his chart.
Nice. Nice.
Perfect. He should save it.
I know, right? Like, yeah, he should totally just save
There's
that.
nothing better than riding in a rig with Justin in the summertime with the windows down at night, coming back from Albany Med. Nice cool breeze going through, sitting at the light. A little couple walking across the crosswalk, all cute and shit. And then me in my mouth, of course, have to check. What the fuck is she doing with him?
And equal to that, I think the best part about working with our good buddy Justin is who can turn and hide his pager off the best. That's like an industry contest that Gerard has just won outright.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think he is the king.
Long live the king. It's good to be the king.
It's good to be the king. Oh man.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate that.
But
yeah, and I actually got him one day at the bedside in the hospital while he was giving a report. It was a BLS call. We get there, we'll wheel the patient in. He's giving a report to the nurse. Actually, the doctor was in the room too, and he had his fucking pager hanging out. And 3 hours later, he's like, "Oh man, you got me. When'd you fucking get me?" I'm like, "While you're giving a report."
oh, too
yeah,
good.
I used to get him when we worked night shift together. He'd be like coming out for a call. He'd be getting stuff on it, like click, and he wouldn't notice for a couple hours later. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, those were the good times. Those were the good times. I don't get to experience those anymore. That's sad.
Or when he'd leave it somewhere and I'd grab it and hide it.
Right.
And then I would take a video of it and send them the video of me singing, "I'm so lonely."
Oh my God. So
those are great.
Justin's conceding to the king, saying he got my ass every single time.
That's right. Oh man. I do miss those days.
Oh man, dude, you got to tell me this story. He just popped into the chat saying, "And you got me while I was doing chest compressions." I need to know the context of this one.
That's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah. I got him while we were doing CPR.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about like patient care or anything. We're just gonna click. Let me just remove that.
When the opportunity presents itself, you take the opportunity. You seize the moment.
Oh my.
Carpe diem, right?
That's right.
That's awesome. I love that. So I just want to say, I don't know if people on the stream are texting me or what, but I'm actually using my phone as my camera right now. And you can, you can say whatever the hell you want. I'm not going to get it until we finish. So,
oh, no shit.
Yeah. So it could be like, a giant plane crashed in my backyard and I wouldn't know. Yeah. I was trying out a different way of streaming because my webcam that I typically use, I hate it. Like I can't wait until I replace it. And, and OBS came out with a plugin that you can use your phone as your webcam. So my phone is sitting up there plugged into the outlet and then streaming, through the internet to OBS.
Looks great.
Yeah. Looks fairly good. Well, you guys
looks good on you.
You guys aren't
seeing you though.
But you guys aren't seeing my phone cam on Discord. You're seeing my webcam. The stream is seeing my phone.
Oh, well then we got gypped.
You did get gypped. I'm like, super pale and like out of focus and fuzzy where you guys are seeing me. I'm like crystal clear. I'm not pale. Like I look good over here.
Oh. Well, hello, Mr. Ego.
Darn skippy. I gotta stroke it sometimes,
Hello, Ego.
Hello, Ego. It's nice to see.
So, okay, Gerardo,
been a long time.
We have to settle this name business for the podcast because I could have swore that you said something about a paramedic by themselves doing something, circle jerking, whatever it might have been. I have no idea.
I don't remember what it was, but it definitely wasn't a medic by himself.
A man alone is what he said.
See, you should have texted that to me. That would have been better. It's your fault because you let me go without adult supervision. So it's your fault.
I don't know, man. Like I said, but when that came out, I'm like, my first thought was, I guess the next one will be a paramedic not alone.
Well, there you go.
A man amongst themselves, but not alone at all.
See, this is why you do the name and I just type in what you tell me to type in. You didn't tell me to type in anything this time.
Next time we'll have to do, that day over Macho Grande.
I'll never be over Monster Grande.
Hey, Gerardo.
Those wounds run pretty deep.
Apparently, you need a plant for your white wall. That's what the chat is saying. You need like a green thing so that you're not so white.
All this white privilege? Nah.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm working on it. All right, I'm trying to figure out a whole motif and shit. I got the whole my major awards and all that good shit hanging over there.
That's Major Award.
Major
award. It's Italian. Yeah, could be Fragile.
So
but,
I bought a brand new.
I'm sitting on the Putin, so that's why I'm in a weird, nothing behind me kind of thing.
Which is fine. Which is fine. No big deal. People are just saying you just need decorations behind you, color.
Okay, well, I will get color behind me when Phil moves out of the dorm room. Boom. Boom. Perfect. Boom. Boom. Oh, this is going to be great.
Oh, man. Poor Phil in his dorm. Even
so when you graduate.
Hold on. Even if he moves out of this dorm and he goes next door to his other dorm.
That's true.
Oh, poor you, Phil. We love you, man.
At least I have friends now.
That's such a sad statement.
I've got friends.
I don't know if
I don't know if that's
friends
a plus,
that you want.
We're the ones like your parents are like, you got to choose better friends.
Right?
We are definitely the ones your mother warned us about.
Yeah, this is the don't let this happen to you, crab.
Totally.
Scratch that.
Oh man. Not even good. Not good.
But yes, I will work on the decor. If anyone has suggestions or home and garden type ideas, I'm open.
So
could it go more white?
Let's see.
Could.
What?
Probably.
I'm getting lost. You people are losing me in this chat. You're talking about shit that's like. Phew. So we have suggestions of, you need color, you need a plant.
Okay.
Do I
need color or a plant?
I think both, color and a plant. Like
you need to plant color.
Let's see. Do you know the Vector Victor? That's over my head. I have no idea what that is.
Of course I do. Roger.
The Muffin Man.
So let's see. Phil, you're being told to stop drinking those damn energy drinks. You're gonna wind up with a pacemaker like me. Let's see.
Wait, hold on. We already covered this. He already has SVT because of that shit.
Oh, I know. Mm-hmm. I know, but I'm sure I did too. And your
Pokemon.
Gerard, your wife wants you to put donuts on the wall, which I think is a brilliant idea.
See? For sale.
There you go.
Donuts. Shameless plug.
$1 million. Oh.
So, how much are said donuts going to cost?
Oh, I don't know, man. Whatever. Whatever. I'll throw them up in the merch store.
You gotta talk to your wife about that.
We'll figure it out.
And get back to me.
Whatever. Yeah, it's not gonna be like freaking some outrageous figure or something. But yeah, if you want a donut, it's kind of like a combat cock or something like that. Just a little something to have with you. Off you go.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, I think that's $10. Oh. She apparently
got to reload here.
$10.
Apparently said $10.
There you go. So you guys send me a picture, and I will add it to the merch store.
Cool.
Done.
All handmade, and she'll even make them the way you want them if you want, man.
There you go. So. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
takes it to a whole other level.
Whole nother level.
Have you seen the animals and shit she makes?
I have. She was making the last. Oh cripes! I forget what it was. Maybe it was a giraffe.
The horse?
It was
the horse.
Yeah, it was. She was making it before we moved because she was showing the boys.
Right.
Yeah, like they're freaking phenomenal. She should have an Etsy store. There it is. Etsy store for your wife.
Bingo.
Boom.
All right. New business.
Boom.
Boom.
And then, rake in the money there, Tam.
Oh, yeah. It's just going to come flowing in.
Hey, you never know. You might not have to work anymore. She could be your
Sugar mama?
No, she could be your bank account. Like, me and Corey.
I was going to say she could be my Emily.
Yep. It's all about the bank account. That's when you know you're smart and intelligent. You marry a bank account.
Right.
There you go.
Just marry rich. You're all set.
Yep. There you go. I have no egotistical nothing that my wife makes double more than I do. None whatsoever.
And all y'all out there with daughters and shit, I swear the best advice you can give is tell them hang out in the fucking computer lab. And this is the advice I gave Kelsey. Latch onto a fucking computer nerd because that motherfucker's gonna end up making like $80 billion.
Yep.
Easy.
Damn Skippy.
You want her to be set for life? Forget about the football player. Go for the fucking dude who's playing D&D in the computer lab.
Yep. Agreed.
That's where the money's at.
So, I'm still wondering if Kelsey ever found her nerd. Just curious.
Good question.
The
world wonders.
The world may never know.
I know. We could ask Mr. Owl.
We could.
He might know.
He knew how many licks, so you never know.
All right, we're gonna move on.
No, you didn't want that lead in.
There's the wormhole. There's the wormhole.
No, I could already feel us going into that.
And he's passing the wormhole. I set that T. I stopped the wind. Like, I get rid of the spectators. All he had to do was hit it down the fairway, and he just walked to the next hole.
That's right.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna make a next hole.
He took the golf cart to the next hole.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make another next hole joke either.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I'll just say giggity. That's all I'll say.
We're gonna keep this thing moving.
Who are you?
Let's keep moving.
Who are you?
I'm someone whose wife is watching in the other room.
I mean, my wife is listening to us on the other side of the house. That's how, and all she hears is my end of the story. So, that's three people out of context.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
They know us by now. They married into it.
She could probably fill in the gaps. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She knows that we're terrible people. It's okay.
So what is she's just like practicing her Catan moves until for the next game.
Dude, seriously. Yeah, we got to figure out a way. I think I'm going to experiment with now that I know that my phone
getting her shit face doesn't help.
No, she kicks our ass.
We tried that.
Yeah, she literally okay. Phil, do you play Catan?
I do.
Okay. How on a scale of 0 to 10, right? We'll go medical here.
11.
Yeah. How good are you at Catan?
I think Stevie Wonder's better than I am, but
okay, so he'll do fine against us and Jess. Just fine.
Sure.
Dude,
another victim. Just another victim.
Right. You don't want okay.
Another body murdered.
Another body murdered.
To put this
She got scalps on the wall, I swear.
Seriously. She has all of our heads mounted to the wall. Every time.
That's where my hair went. When I first met him, I had a beautiful mane. I was like, Fabio. I played one night at Catan. I woke up. I was fucking bald, man. What the fuck? Here we go.
Oh my God. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, no, it is so ridiculous though with how good she is. And the sad part is you escape again, we played over Christmas, me, my uncle, and my brother, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna play without her because this is the only time that we're not gonna lose. And I bet she'd still kick our ass, even being at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually play better when I drink. When we play drinking Catan, and we got to take shots every time the robbers moved. And,
Oh my God.
we're totally loaded. Like,
that was horrible.
That's when it gets fun.
That was.
But I
That was
play
bad.
better then. I don't know. I don't care
Did you
what
though?
happens. Oh, no,
You perceive that you're, because you're so fucked up. You're just like, yeah, I'm playing better. You know, fucking shit all over the fucking wall. But yeah, we're good.
I've won more heavily drinking than I have won when not heavily drinking playing Catan.
Just half the people pass out.
I don't care. I take a win when my wife is at the table any way I can get it.
Right, you pick up the head from the table in your face.
And then here, drink some more.
Yeah, open your mouth. I give you the milk.
Open your mouth like you need milk.
Oh my God. I can't wait to do that scenario in lab class. It's gonna be so fun. And oh my God, Phil. So this goes directly to the Phil Foundation because he's gonna be helping me. I have a CFR class starting in a few weeks, and they are gonna be the first people that are subjected to the milk scenario. They're gonna be the canaries in the coal mine. So it's not even going to be that we're going to, like bring this into fruition with EMT students. We're going to bring it with CFRs. So yeah, it's going to be hell. It's going to be great. So good.
Well, I started with a class of 15. Now I've got one.
Not even one. I might have a half after this. Like, yeah. Oh man. I think it would be a lot of fun though. Like I'm going to be miserable and stinky and I'm going to reek like stale milk by the end of it. But you know what? I will be okay. There you go. I might just have to go into the dispatcher's, bathroom and shower.
He is a method actor, so he will, he will show up in character. I can attest to that.
Oh.
It smells like shit. Oh, that's just turkey.
Yeah, that's just turkey.
Oh, he just went unresponsive on them. They didn't do it right.
Nope.
Or shit his pants.
Oh my dudes. Oh my God. That's what we should do. We should totally
shit our pants.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Are you shitting your pants? It's for the scenario. Leave me alone.
So now your patient passes out.
I got a turtle head poking out. Leave me alone.
Oh,
your patient is now turtling.
Oh my God.
What do you do?
That reminds me, I used to transport a guy from a nursing home to dialysis and back 3 times a week. This dude was so awesome. And during one of the times, I'm sitting there driving, and my EMT partner is sitting in the back with this guy, and we're driving back to the nursing home, and he pokes his head up, and he's like, "Dude, we got to get somewhere." I'm like, "We're still like 15 miles from where we need to be. Like, what do you mean?" He goes, "The dude needs to poop," and I'm like, "Okay, well, we have a bedpan, like." And he's freaking out because, oh my God, this dude's going to poop, right? And so he gets the bedpan out and he's like, he's trying to put it underneath him. And in the middle of it, the patient, yes.
Was he already wrapped up? Was the patient already wrapped up?
No, it was more like we had just sheets. So it was like the normal sheet, not the burrito wrap.
Okay, never mind.
So,
I was going to say, if dude was already freaking wrapped up, have at it.
Right.
Surprise to the nursing home at that point.
I'm not sticking a pan under you while we're bouncing down the road.
Exactly. They were like, "Yep, we're gonna totally do it, whatever." And for the betterment of the patient, whatever, cool. And so as he's like putting his hand up underneath there to get the bedpan all like nice and situated, you could start to hear the guy start screaming, "The poop comes out the butt." And he's like screaming this, but this dude's like, old and he's got some like, he's got some weird accent. So it's like the poop comes out the butt.
Oh, it's Yoda.
It sounded
Yes.
like
Yes,
a
Out the
Yoda.
butt comes.
The butter comes the poop.
Yeah.
Yes. Do or do not. There is no try.
Oh, now he's a Russian Yoda. All right.
Well, I'm glad that it took us all of about 25, 30 minutes to divulge into poop jokes.
Right? We're getting better.
We're getting better.
Right? It's progress.
Stepping up our game, I see.
Right?
Oh my God, I love it. Blaine, good to see you again, my friend. Late is better than never. Let's put it that way.
All good.
And I get that one of the people that watches the YouTube all the time, they just commented that they'd love to be in my EMT class. Honestly, that's a humbling statement to say, because I get it a lot from a lot of different people, like current providers, new providers, whatever. And it is a very humbling thing to say, and I thank you for that. It is, as Gerard said, we try very hard to make it realistic. I was actually, I was watching
Train like you fight.
Right. And that brings me in, like, I was watching Dirty Jobs tonight with my oldest, and there was a combat medic, section, or no, a combat surgeon section. And they went out to a training company out in San Diego. Now, this place took 3 guys, opened it up. A Vietnam veteran, aircraft pilot who flew like 280 missions in Vietnam, a trauma surgeon, and a producer from Hollywood. All 3 of those guys come up and they're like, "Yep."
That was the beginning of a really good joke.
Right.
They all walk into a bar.
And these guys, they created something so cool. Like, they create an actual, like, immersive experience. So, their one training ground is for, like, IEDs and, wartime explosions for the combat troops and stuff. And they hire amputees to come in, they moulage them up, and so they're actually missing their left leg, and then they throw a prosthetic out there, and it was legit. And then the other thing that was like so cool about these guys was they create a bodysuit on top of someone's body that actually has like liver lacerations, trauma to it. They recreate all the organs. They recreate the skin. They train the doctors to go in and do actual surgeries on these things while people are sitting there looking at them, or acting sedated and whatnot. And I'm just like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. But yeah.
So there's there used to be called a full battle rattle. They had out in Fort Irwin, out in the desert. I think it was Fort Irwin. Justin might actually know. I don't quite remember. But they had like basically a little Middle Eastern village built, and they hired Arabic actors to basically pretend to be village people. Not an Indian, a cop, and a construction worker, but actual people who live in an Iraqi village. And they would, troops are getting ready to deploy. They would go in there, and it was like, your mission is to. There's a conflict between this warlord and this dude over here, and we need to get some some friendly stuff going on between them so we can get some information. And here you go, off you go. Here's your interpreter. Have fun with that.
Right.
And they would train in that mode, and then there'd be some combat and stuff like that. It was training, it's all the military operation in urban environment or urban terrain, and but they would do all this realistic shit before they would go. So there's something to be said about doing realistic training. anyone can sit there and say, okay, you got an octopus that's trained in not letting go on your patient's face. And it's like, okay, well, that's all fine and dandy. We're all just sitting here talking, you know?
Right.
But it's different if you actually have a real octopus and you throw it on a fucker's face and, all right, get that off, you know?
Okay, so what you're telling me is that I'm going to buy you a pet octopus, and
We need an octopus.
over the next year, you're going to train it into the art of
anti-pulling.
anti-pulling, and
Correct.
And then you're gonna bring it up here, and boom, we're gonna have a great
Boom.
a great great training, tool. It'll be perfect. Maybe that's how we get on the radar of Firehouse Chronicles, because
I don't know, man.
We'll make the rebuttal to that video. It'll be perfect.
We'll definitely get on PETA's radar.
Oh my god!
Especially when we're done with it, and I make like fry them up in garlic and olive oil and serve them with some freaking some pasta,
Yummy. No, that would be so cool. But yeah, no, I think I've always come with the expectation that like EMT students should be not like so good when they should be baseline coming out, but they shouldn't freeze in certain circumstances. It's a whole lot easier to not freeze in the field when you've seen it before. So if you can make a scenario as crazy or ridiculous as humanly possible, and it shows them, oh my God, okay, this was like amped up to 12, but then they see it at 9 in the real world, they're like, oh, I've done this before. This is nothing.
Right.
And
I've said it 100 times. I mean, if it wasn't for the building collapse scenario, then, I wouldn't have been prepared to deal with what I had to deal with. So it was like, there was a split second of holy shit, wow, this is not good. And then all of a sudden it was like an arm, fucking thing, a head. I've seen this before.
Right.
It wasn't like, hey, I've seen this before, everybody. It's okay. No, it wasn't like that. But in my head, I was like, oh yeah, you know what to do.
Yeah, I can do this.
So get to it.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said about that kind of stuff.
It's the same thing with the breathing scenarios that I do, all the way up to the MCI scenario that like Justin helped me with. That was literally some of the funniest skits that I have, the most inappropriate skits that I've ever done on an EMS, training thing.
That was pre woke.
Yes, it was, but oh my God, like I couldn't get away with that where I'm teaching now.
He could get away with it, but not us.
No, I don't even think he could get away with it, solely because of the location where I'm teaching. We're not left alone at all where I'm teaching now. But yeah, no, it's there's something definitely to be said about, practice as you're going to be doing it. Justin agrees. Best scenario ever.
Oh yeah. In a heartbeat, too.
Literally.
And I have the video.
Thing. Yeah. I still have the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh man.
The shooter.
Dude.
Yeah. The MCI with the, Justin screaming his head off.
I did not
doorway.
I didn't do the shooter this year.
I
didn't do the shooter this year. Well, first off, I only had
a
couple students, so it really wasn't. I didn't even do the MCI one.
After all the hard work we did making props.
I know, right? They're still in my office. Don't you worry. All the bullet holes will not go to waste. All those shell casings will not go to waste.
I was thinking, about that. If you could figure out a way to use like some moulage, like putty or something underneath the entrance wounds, and even back by the exit wounds, you can make them even bigger. But yeah, make things so that there's not a flat dummy.
Yep.
If people were to palpate, because one of the things you do when you like for active shooter type stuff, your whole purpose in life is to remove people from the danger zone, right? Anyone who's alive. So how do you find out if they're like, well, you do pulse checks, okay. And then the next thing you want to do is stop any bleeding or at least try to control it as best you can before you move. And you basically take your fingers, go to the torso, because that's pretty much where everybody gets hit, and you rake your fingers down. And if it hits something and stops, something that isn't smooth skin, oh, look, there's a bullet hole. Oh, there's an entrance wound here. Give me, occlusive dressing or whatever. And, okay, now let's, up and at 'em and get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But yeah, so if you could do something like that, that'd be kind of cool. I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, so one of the coolest things that I don't know of anyone else that does it. Maybe there's other people in different states that do it, but in our area, I am the only EMT program that has a makeup artist on retainer that comes in and goes, "Hey, I'm going to do this. Like, this is what I want. Make it happen."
I guess we'll have to get our top hats on and,
Oh, well, yeah. Like,
I'll have to make a meme. Yeah.
Pinkies out.
Yeah. Oh, we're the only ones that do that.
Dude, do you know of any that do it around here? Because I certainly don't.
No, I don't. I don't.
But again, for the practical, like I had a student this last class who was petrified of the practical because they were like, every single time I go there, I get flustered. I don't know what to do because it's not real. And I'm like, okay, I can understand that. My patient is going to be realer than any of the other patients that you've seen. Like,
you can ding yourself.
I'm not dinging myself for realer.
Realer?
Yeah, I'm not dinging it.
Oh, so you're the one who reels. You're the reeler.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
You mean more real?
No, I mean realer. I didn't misspeak. You just accept my terrible English and my made up words and you stuff it.
It's just gonna gnaw at me.
Mr. Webster.
Yeah, right?
It's gonna gnaw at me.
It gnaw away. Just drink more Marlin juice, all right?
I call this the El Guapo. That's the name of my drink.
All right. But but yeah, no, freaking.
It's got tequila in it. It's like beer.
It's like beer.
It's like beer.
Is it?
All right.
Anywho, yeah, freaking I think having someone that actually looks the part and is acting the part and not just like, oh yeah, I got trouble breathing. Oh, it's really, really bad. That's not a real life practical scenario.
Is it really, really bad or realer bad?
Right. You need someone that's breathing, 40 times a minute that looks like pale, cool, clammy, that when you feel them, they're actually cool and clammy. You need that. It's good training.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress.
Yeah, he's got a spritzer. He spritzes himself. Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going. There's been a lot of chats here. I got to read.
Yeah.
You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. We'll give you a topic. Prince of Tides. They will need a Prince nor Tides. Barbara was like butter. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm very verklempt.
Verklempt.
Oh, my good gravy. Oh, yep. Your wife says her favorite was getting the patient out from behind the toilet. Agreed. That's always a fun one.
Yep. Yeah, right behind the shitter. All right, there you go.
Yep.
They always die behind the shitter.
Yep.
I keep telling you, Justin, I have refresher classes, so you're eventually going to be a student of mine.
A student?
A student, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that not a word now too?
No. I thought he was going to be, partaking in as an instructor.
No. He said that I wish you were my instructor. Honestly, I said he's gonna have the chance when he comes in and does the research with me.
I understand.
Oh, let's see. Oh my God, I confused the absolute heck out of one of my partners by speaking a bit of German one time. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God,
There's somebody else in here that speaks German.
Hey, as long as you don't start playing your Panzer music in the background, I think we'll be all right.
It makes tanking more fun.
Oh my God.
It's more festive.
Oh, it is more festive. Are we playing tanks tonight after
I
this?
don't know. Depends on how much of this I drink and if I can manage to slither my way over to the other computer.
I still haven't got a mouse yet. I'm waiting for tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, where's the fucking mouse?
Yeah, Phil Foundation. Where's his mouse?
Look at the mute man. Ask him.
Mm-hmm.
I said I was gonna bring it on Saturday.
It's not Saturday. He's got a point.
Yeah.
Aha.
Where's the spoon?
So,
Right.
I know this is
I'm funny anyways, you bastard.
I know this is a typo, but I'm gonna say it the way it was because it'll make it better.
It'll make it more realer.
It'll make it more
realer.
My first call was an ETOH patient suck in the bathroom at the grocery store. There was a wine bottle on the floor. That's a great first call. I don't even want to know what they were sucking in the bathroom in the grocery store.
And there was wine involved. Mm.
Gotta love it. I know one phrase in German and that's shithead. That's fabulous.
Scheiße.
Scheiße. Oh man, Blaine is top notch here. I can speak Rammstein German.
Yes, so can I. Yes.
Ooh.
Du hast.
Oh,
Du hast
man.
dich.
That's phenomenal. So if you're watching on Facebook, the Facebook group, I can't actually see who the heck you are. So I'm glad that you're here. Hello. I don't know.
Hi.
I don't have any type of, this is who it is. No tag, no nothing. That's just Facebook. It's stupid the way it comes into the streaming program, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching.
Couldn't even.
If I do actually know who you are, that just makes it all the more awkward. So, it is what it is. Oh, man.
See what I did there? See what I did?
No, I didn't even see what you did. I was looking at this screen. See, that's the weird part about having two screens. The camera's over here where I look at you guys.
Oh,
and the stream is
two
over
screens
here.
now. Oh, look at them.
Yeah, I'm stroking
I know,
the
right?
going.
Pinkies up.
Get the pinky up, top hat on,
Creme brulee,
Creme brulee. Yeah.
Make me a meme. There you go.
Cuttlefish.
Oh, I will.
Asparagus.
Cuttlefish. How did cuttlefish get involved?
Well, we know.
We know.
We're in the know. We know. Asparagus.
That's right.
We need to have that man on as a guest.
It's being handled by top men.
Top men.
Oh my God, we really need to have him on as a guest.
Could you imagine?
Jesus Christ.
I can't. He wouldn't even be able to figure out how to look at the camera.
That is true.
And honestly,
He'd be leaning back in his chair, just
he'd fall
You'll be talking to him all the
asleep
time.
he'd just be sleeping.
with the fucking the fucking infomercial, the Adam and Eve infomercial playing on the TV.
Oh my God. Oh my good grape. So our good friend John just showed up to the stream, and I feel like I'm being watched by an overlord.
Nah, you'd be all right.
But
secretly, he's one of us.
Oh, I know. It's hilarious. Him and I just had a conversation. What was it? Yesterday? But yes, it is. It was 100% it was really cool to have like him come up at the conference and be like, hey, this is who I am, because I only knew him through being a fan of the podcast up until then. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But But yeah, so welcome, John. Always good to have you. Yeah, it was. I think the coolest part about that is like you never know who's going to be listening to the show that we do. Like that's the weird part about like all of this is like you know that like certain people, watch, like the wives watch. Well, my wife doesn't because she doesn't.
I was gonna say yours doesn't.
She doesn't approve of any of this.
Right.
She approves of the business aspect, not the the tone or the language that I use. But whatever, it is what it is.
Well, it's not. Technically, it's not necessarily the language you use; it's the language I use.
No, because I'm just as bad. Just at it.
Are you though?
Okay, so when we are in this environment, no. But
Okay.
you've heard, me when the cameras are not rolling.
Oh yeah.
And it's just as bad. I just tone it down a little because, I have to be the host of things.
I know.
So
I tone it down too.
I gotta be the adult in the room. Exactly. Like, I gotta be like Phil. Imagine if I was the host and I acted like Phil.
Mute.
This would be completely like it'd be like watching a fucking mime.
Seriously.
I mean, do you know sign language, Phil? I mean, we get more out of you that way.
The new EMS podcast with Marcel Marceau.
Are you sure? Hold on. Are we sure that Phil isn't Kelly in disguise?
Oh, conspiracy theory.
I mean, let's just jump on the conspiracy theory train here. Have
we ever seen the two of them in the same room at the same time?
No, we have not. I mean, I don't know.
It's like Bruce. It's like Bruce Wayne and Batman.
I don't know. Maybe we're onto something, Phil.
Rich.
What was that?
I said just flat broke instead of rich.
Well,
So you got that going for you.
You got that going for you.
Yeah, you kind of joined into a terrible paying profession.
But no, it is funny though when you say that, like you don't know who's listening. It's like when we first started this, I was like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna fuck around a little bit and have fun, and it's not gonna be really be a big thing, and just have fun, and that's all we did. And then every fucking week you're like, hey, like another like 200, another 300, another 100, another 200, and then like, hey, we just hit 1,000. Hey, we just hit 10,000. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And at some point you're like I thought, and you just got to think like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who's listening.
Nope.
If they don't like it, change the fucking channel.
Yep.
And sorry,
you and I have.
I'm not for you.
You and I have had this conversation how many times over the course of the last 3 years? Like, yeah, it's crazy how fast the podcast is growing. With and we've. I post it in certain places and, people listen, but I never expected us to be doing a podcast for 3 years, 70 something episodes between the Patreon and the free with, over 16,000 downloads. Like, now granted, there's other podcasts that get 16,000 downloads per episode.
We're not Joe Rogan.
Right. We're not. Exactly. We're not them. So, the fact that we have 16,000 total and more is unbelievable to me. Like, it really is truly unbelievable. And, the YouTube channel is, well over 100,000 views on the YouTube. It's nuts. It is absolutely nuts. I never thought that, me starting all this, it was going to take off, like it has. People actually like show up and listen to us, badger ourselves and whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean, I never had the whole, like starstruck issue like you, where people are like, oh my God, you're fucking Michael Turek from Medic Materials and all that shit. But
Phil.
But just hearing shit like that, And, and hearing Emily talking about, the nurses having listening parties. I'm just like, damn, man. Wow. Okay. Even all the shit we give nurses and they still listen. Holy shit.
Seriously. Between them and firemen, I don't know how we have an audience.
Right? Oh, did we ever find out how our listener did with the CPAP from last week?
They are listening, so drop it in the chat. Did you pass your CPAP from last week?
Yeah, for real.
And so you bring up people being starstruck and meeting me, and I have a great story that's going to make Phil talk. So
God!
So
hold on.
Yep. So
let me fasten my seatbelt.
So Phil and I first met at the local trauma center in the like the EMS room. I was getting supplies, and this dude from Mohawk comes in with, all this hair, and, he's got a mask on because it's COVID, and he walks up.
This dude from what comes in?
Huh?
This dude from where comes in?
Whoa.
Did I just drop a name bomb?
You broke the fourth wall.
You did it earlier too, so whatever.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you dropped a hospital name, so I'm allowed.
Oh, did I?
There you go.
My bad.
I'll ding myself on that one. So, anywho, yeah, freaking guy from the ambulance comes in, and
that is what it says on their Schenectady sign.
Ambulance.
It says Mohawk, the ambulance.
So, yeah, he freaking comes over and he's like, I don't even remember what you said. Did you actually say, like, are you Mike Turek? I don't even remember. But it was awkward as hell.
Yeah, so I read your name tag as I walked past to get my supplies, and I was like, hey, I know that name from somewhere. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I really like the podcast. I listen to it all the time. I've been listening since day one. He goes, oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Damn. Way to pump it up there. Wow.
Did you kick him in the balls too as you walked past, or
did you put your hand in his face and say no paparazzi?
So to be fair, this is that was the first time that had ever happened to me, right?
Oh, cool.
So now I'm sitting there like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to say to this dude. It's like 2:00 in the morning. And I got my angry eyebrows primed. Like, I'm still wearing my mask, so all he sees is, Arr! And, I'm like, so yeah, I was just like, cool, dude. Like, this is awkward. Thanks. And walked away. And then, of course, Kelsey, of all people, is like, yeah, that was Phil. And I'm like, okay, it's Phil. And she's like, he works at the agency we work at, right? And I was like, no. So then I finally saw him at the agency we worked at the time. And I was like, Phil, I'm so sorry for being a jackwagon.
See, when I have lapses like that, and they go, don't you remember that? That was from so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, the guy with the thing.
Yeah, right, that dude. Okay, I got it.
That's the
guy with the thing.
You just got to sell it.
That's a good Italian thing for you to do. I don't have that. I just go right into awkward weirdness.
Dude, I've had former students, and I don't know if any of them are watching me. Well, my bad. But we're like, I'm at the same place you were, making stretchers and getting supplies and all that good shit. And they come walking in and they're like, hey, Gerard, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I look and the face is familiar, and I can place them in a class that I help teach, but name, no fucking clue. They're like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. I'm going to paramedic school. I was like, oh, that's good stuff, dude. You fucking rock on, man. Fucking have a good night.
You come in like, hey, how you doing? hey, Butch, how you doing? And I'm like, hey, yeah, it's you.
That's right.
Yeah,
Wherever
hey,
you go,
how are you?
there you are.
I couldn't imagine.
They walk away, people were like, "Who's that?" I have no fucking clue.
I couldn't imagine being in like my wife's shoes though with the the helicopter, because like she gets it all the time. She goes and does like a call and she goes wherever, lands in the middle of a field somewhere, and then the next day she's got like 15 different firemen that friend requested her, and she's like, who the fuck are these people? I'm like, oh, they're just firemen who are trying to jerk off. Like, that's it. And she's like, delete, 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 delete. And I was just like, yeah, but I couldn't imagine being like in her place,
That's pretty funny.
Like,
probably watch like, oh, my heart. Oh.
Good.
Oh man.
I just imagine just Phil walking through me and like,
oh my.
Yeah.
you go by, you like hit a little balloon, you pop it like, right in his heart.
Yeah. Tail goes between his legs. He sulks out the door.
Yep.
Wow. That's,
Well, I had texted Kelsey. I was like, I think I pissed Mike off. Oopsie daisy.
Wait.
Right.
You
It's
thought you pissed somebody off? I never believe it ever.
And I'm sorry, it's easy to piss me off, but just coming up and saying hi, that ain't gonna piss me off. Like, you need to.
Well,
no, I'm better than that.
No, man.
Wait, hold on.
Notice, you remember how we didn't speak for like the first fucking 6 months of paramedic school?
Whoa. All right. First off,
I was sleeping half the time. I will give you that.
Yeah, and secondly, hold on. Well, so you were sleeping, and you sat behind me, which means that is out of my interaction zone. I'm not gonna turn around and be like, "Hey, Gerard, I don't know you. Let's be friends." I'm not 7. Like, I'm awkward in social situations. When I meet new people coming into like the ambulance company I work for, I literally ignore their presence until they become my partner and I have to talk to them. Like, that's how I introduce myself. I just ignore you. It's easier that way.
Right. And I came walking into class day after day and, I hear somebody say something interesting or I might want to chime in and I'm looking like, he's kind of like, looks a little on the angry side. I'm just gonna let that one pass.
I'm telling you, it's the eyebrows. Yep. Yeah. It's.
Man. I just cut through the awkward bullshit, go right for the throat kill.
I was just surprised, like you between like me and Jano and having to always pass up the fucking jelly beans.
Yep.
Like you didn't get in on that.
I never got in on that. Nope.
Yeah.
I probably was perceived as the angry douchebag, like I am everywhere because I'm antisocial and with angry eyebrows. So
right, dude, don't want no jelly beans.
Yep.
You don't want none of the fucking the smorgasbord of fucking diabetes Twig had in his goddamn bag. Like, holy fucking, the dude he's got the metabolism of a fucking nuclear reactor. I swear to God. I mean, cookies, donuts, fucking Skittles, bags of jelly beans.
And that dude,
so I'm like,
and literally,
I'm like, dude, I just gained 3 pounds sitting next to you, dude.
And he was like 12 pounds soaking wet.
Right. Like I said, it goes in and it just burns up.
I know. It was crazy. It was nuts.
Yeah, that's right. I had Chris behind me, right? And then I had Tom to my left who was like, I never know when you're like awake or not because like you just got that scowl and your arms are full. Meanwhile, I'm fucking dead asleep.
Oh my God. So I have people chiming in that I used to work with going, yup, I experienced that. The complete ignore until you're my partner. Right. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Yes, I don't. So Justin, I didn't do it to you because I knew you longer. When I started working with you, I actually knew you from a previous agency. So
you were at the other one that worked in where he was at the fire department.
correct. So I saw him
Right.
on scenes. He was actually a ride along at one point with me at that agency, and we had interacted. So yeah, that's why you didn't get ignored.
And that's when you ignored him.
And that is no, because he was a student then. I don't ignore students. I only ignore new hires.
Even back then, you didn't ignore the students?
Yep. I never ignored the student.
Okay.
I would ignore the new hires because they were lower than dirt to me. Like you're a waste of my time. I don't need.
Damn.
I don't need.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Ooh.
You know. Hence why I got the reputation of an angry douchebag, and it is what it is. You know.
Damn.
Hey, you were nice to everyone. Absolutely everyone. I tend to think that's a lie. As you're smiling.
Me?
Yeah, you. Especially
I
Butch.
was,
He knows he wasn't all nice to everybody.
I was nice to everybody, I think, right? No?
I don't
Hey,
know.
Phil, how did our first interaction go?
Oh yeah.
I think I was. Maybe I was. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so. All right, good. Because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds about,
first
that sounds
So I
about
was
right.
like, oh, you get easily offended? No, because I don't give a fuck.
That's awesome.
I think our first interaction was, where do these fucking ambulances top out? Oh, like 94. What are we doing now? 103.
Yep. Yeah, where do these governors said at 94? Well, we're doing 104 right now, going down 88. Okay.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Oh man, them
Was it,
fucking
was it you and I jumped the railroad tracks in that one agency? Was it you and I? I don't know. I can't remember.
So
I know I did it with one of the partners there. Maybe it was. Yeah, going in the town next to us that we always had to answer calls at.
Yeah.
Going up and over. Yeah.
freaking you're being driven over with the bus by your wife there, Gerardo.
Really?
Yep. You are look out bus. Absolutely
Wow.
not. Don't believe it.
Wow.
I can only imagine.
Yep. Dog house.
What? Well, fill me in.
I mean, she could literally just walk into the room.
But that wouldn't be a good showbiz.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. Now she's saying she's trained you this way. I need context.
Ooh. Ooh.
Damn.
The comments.
I might have to go out there and just start playing Division 2 right now.
Comments are getting juicy. Oh my good gravy.
Well, do share. Do share.
I'm waiting for it.
Well, what was the initial bus?
There wasn't any. It said absolutely not! Exclamation point about 17 times. Don't believe him. More exclamation points about 5 times. Look out, bus! Exclamation point some more.
Damn.
Well, now.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
Yep. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh boy.
Getting called out here now, huh?
That new sound, the walking in the wind.
The walking in the wind. We'll just throw in a Ric
There
Flair.
you go.
That breaks up the silence.
The random Ric Flair, yeah.
The random I mean, who can not woo from the Ric Flair? I know that at least half of our watching people right now just went woo.
I at least once every couple of weeks I watch the woo off.
Oh,
the great woo off.
Dude, did you know that was completely unscripted? That was spur of the moment. I never knew it was spur of the moment. Yeah,
that's why how am I going to respond to this? Because
Right.
he was doing Flair really fucking good.
Yeah, he was. and what was awesome about it was the fact that he had done Black Machismo before that.
Yeah.
So he was already really good at imitating other wrestlers.
Right.
Like, he was so good. And yeah, because like even when he did Macho Man, he was superb at it.
And the funny thing is, like, yeah, I mean, no matter, even if you don't watch wrestling, their chances are you have seen the woo off,
Right.
you know, and it's like, that's just going down in history. You know, they should put it in one of the time capsules that we send out into space. So, you know, a million years from now, an alien will fucking pick it up and they'll go, what is this? And I go to listen to it and it goes, whoa! And you're like, oh shit.
Right?
Maybe we shouldn't go to that planet.
Instant happiness. I 110% agree, John. Jay Lethal is the shiznit. Agreed.
That is true.
Even his current stuff now in AEW is still gold. Like, he's just great at what he does.
Yep. I would say he would be like akin to I would say a modern day Ravishing Rick Rude, if that makes any sense to all you old farts out there.
You
like
know,
me.
Yeah, I think just with a better skill set. Yeah,
Better skill set. Yep. But that same kind of, he's in that same mold. So, all right, I think we've gone down the wrestling rabbit hole here.
Hey, no one is saying this is terrible. I've got about 6 woos in the comment section right now, so you know, I think we're safe for a woo off.
We're just gonna devolve into a fucking woo off for the next time. And then we're gonna get sued for the fucking rights.
Oh my god! You know, honestly, after watching his documentary on like wherever the Prime or Peacock, wherever it was, I was literally sitting there going, man, if I put woo in here, is he gonna sue me? Like, literally, that's exactly what I was thinking. And then I was like, but we use, you know, so I don't care.
That is true. Yeah, fuck it.
And if
what are they gonna do?
They send a cease and desist order, and then I'll cease and desist, and I'll make fun of them at how stupid they are for making a dinky little show like ours cease and desist using awesome sound bites.
Yeah. Oh well.
So to recap some of the comments here, we have people saying that this is an amazing stream. You guys are doing an amazing job making everybody laugh and be happy after a hard week. So
what we do.
So kudos to you guys.
We try.
Oh my god. Blaine just said, I just wooed and I'm pretty sure my girlfriend's ready to go back to work. Oh man, that's phenomenal.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, Blaine.
That's awesome.
Hey, if you go back to work, you can woo in the ambulance. Just start driving through the town, with the window open and the speaker system going woo.
Yeah, just put your primaries on. Just don't hit the freaking horn.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh my god, I worked in a city south of here when I first started, and I was working a BLS transport ambulance. I did 8-hour shifts, like 4 days a week. And all we did was BLS shucks all day for 8 hours. And my partner at the time, he was just as juvenile as me. And of course, I was 21 at the time. So like I'm silly and juvenile even more than I am now. And I remember, I couldn't tell you how many times we were going up and down the streets of the city, blasting different music through the PA system. There was, you know, Baby Got Back going through the city, driving through the ghetto, Baby Got Back. I remember doing like all sorts of stuff through that PA system.
I think we've all done it because I still have the video somewhere of it was like my second or third night at the place Phil used to work, and we're bouncing through the city. You can see the lights flashing around us, and over the PA, We got Young MC blasting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's the move?
Bust the move, yeah.
Oh my God.
It was great.
So
Oh yeah.
we have an idea from John going, there should be a new siren sound of the woos. Just
Yes.
woo!
Yes. Woo!
Woo!
Right.
Over and over.
It's all digital now. You can do it.
You could. It's
You
all
could.
digital. Oh my God.
We had one of our resident whackers that we used to work with, God rest his soul. He actually went in and fucking figured out how to make the goddamn thing sound like a Q siren.
Oh, that's so cool.
So him and the other bushwhacker would get in the
These
fucking thing,
bushwhackers, like,
roll to a fucking call. Oh yeah, dude, we called them the bushwhackers because when they would show up on scene, they were like, they were like all super fucking gung ho, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
We're like, hey, the bushwhackers.
The
They're just like,
bushwhackers.
and
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
so he reprogrammed the thing or whatever, and made it sound like a Q, and next thing you know, they're riding off on freaking EMS calls with a Q siren blasting out of a fucking ambulance.
So let me get your thoughts. Okay, it goes through, we get the woo siren, right? Or we get any type of sirens, right? We get Baby Got Back got a siren. I don't care what it is. We get the Bidoo from the Minions, right? I don't care what it is. We got a question. Do you think people would figure out how to actually move out of the way? They don't move out of the way now.
Nah.
So
That's why it's just for our enjoyment.
right. I don't think like now, granted, it might be different in other places, but they don't move here. I doubt they would move with new technology.
Guess what? They don't move here either.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Now, one of the things that I saw, I want to say it's in Germany, is they actually, instead of having everyone move over to like the right.
I don't know if I should make that kind of joke, but I won't.
Okay. So like the US, everyone's taught, go to the right, right?
I can only imagine what they do if you don't get out of the way.
So the Germans, they actually, I'm pretty sure it's Germany. They teach their population in like when they teach them to drive that everybody on like a 2-lane road pulls off to both left and right, which leaves the middle open for emergency traffic. And apparently, like, the studies have shown that it works better. But, America's always, 80,000 years behind the rest of the developed world in EMS and emergency medicine. So
are these the same studies that found that the French traffic circles are just wonderful devices that everyone should use?
I don't know. I don't know if the French are doing studies in Germany on their traffic patterns.
Yeah, call it payback. Whoops. Hey, that was great. Imagine what the Poles would do.
Oh my dear Lord. Yep, this is why we can't take you anywhere.
Hey, if you can't laugh at World War II jokes, what can you laugh at?
Oh my good gravy.
I mean, hasn't enough time passed?
Sure.
I mean, we're just making a joke. I just made the joke the other night about the French tank. That's two gears, neutral and reverse.
That French tank was garbage. Phil, you better have a better tank, because I don't want to be stuck in that, like, class 2 POS. Like, what was the other tank?
Oh,
Let me get
we shall fire our baguette at you while we drive away swiftly in reverse.
Oh my God. Like, literally, I felt like they were throwing croissants at the other freaking plane, like the other tanks.
All right.
Yep. Oh my good gravy. I don't know.
Never been fired, only driven once.
And only in reverse. The mileage actually rolled backwards. It's under 0 now.
Right. I think Ferris Bueller disproved that theory. That if you drive it in reverse, then the miles will come off.
Yeah. But, who knows what they do in France? It could be different.
Yeah, Renaults are kind of interesting vehicles.
We don't know. Oh, man. Yeah. This is why we should just get off of here and start playing tanks. Or, or what we do is we stream us playing tanks on here.
No, because then I'm focused on what we need to do is think of something EMS related to talk about. Because if we start talking that shit and you want to stream a fucking tank session, they're gonna hear stuff
that's hilarious.
That could get us arrested.
Could make us lose our jobs.
All right, so okay, I got it. Here's what we do. We find one of those weird EMS games that we were talking about last week.
Ooh.
We play one, like one of us plays one of those. Like I'll sit here and I'll play it, and you guys just comment on it.
You're like the dungeon master. Oh shit! We should make a fucking Dungeons and Dragon EMS fucking version.
Dude.
Oh shit!
It's
like, all right, I just rolled a 7. Okay, well, you just caught your 3rd chuck in a row.
You have an IFT.
Yeah, right? Your patient has Famundy cheese and a UTI.
Right.
You have an IFT for a neuroconsult for a brain bleed.
Dude,
you've just finished your 3rd IFT in a row. It's now 2:00 in the morning, and you're being called on the radio asking your position because there's 2 pending.
So
what do you do?
So your wife just says she has the canceled on scene game.
Oh, that's right, she does, yeah.
And there was, I'm assuming that canceled on scene is almost like Cards Against Humanity.
It is only in CMS, yeah.
Right. So there was like a handwritten one that paramedic students put together in one of the ambulance companies during their ride time around here that I might be able to get a hold of. Because that one
would be awesome.
That one was the like unhinged, like NC-17 version of canceled on scene. Like
nice.
It was. I was reading through those, and it was everything bad that could ever happen in EMS that was in there. It was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I think we should totally do. Do it. Yeah,
we can do that.
A couple of our fans have it, so
okay.
Yeah, maybe we can get a hand on it.
If we can just figure out the logistics of playing it, not actually in the same room with it. Actually, we get everybody involved. Shit.
Honestly, if each of us get one, we all draw our own cards, and boom,
boom.
We just throw out, we throw out the cards, and we'll sit there and be like, this is what it is, and it would be freaking hilarious. We should do that.
We should do that.
Yep, I
will. And if we ever did want to play Cards Against Humanity, I know Stacy's got the whole fucking set.
Yep.
But then again, cool. we'd probably say things that.
I think I've never played the EMS version of like canceled on scene. Never played it. I've seen it. Never played it.
It's not something that we couldn't do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's funny, but it's not, it's not over the top, kind of shit that we talk about.
So what you're saying is, as we're playing it, we're going to make it even better with just how what we're going to say to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds
you arrive on scene, your patient's standing there smoking a cigarette with an oxygen tank. What do you do?
What do you do? Throw the octopus at them.
That's right.
Yep. So
and drive away, no patient.
There you go. Sign here, press hard.
The octopus got him.
The octopus got him.
What are you gonna do?
Oh man.
But, no, I mean,
is there milk involved?
Oatmeal mouth like eating milk.
Because
That could be.
I mean, we
could make it. We could make that work. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could definitely make it work.
We should totally.
We'll work on that.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
At least,
No, I mean,
some of them have like the cards that you can write your own stuff on there, like the custom cards. We'll just add that one in there.
Ooh, we could even play Cutthroat EMS Uno too.
Explain.
Oh no. It's
How?
So whoever drops the draw fours, the 4-card wild, they get to make a rule for the table. And this is the kind of shit you do at 2:00 in the morning around the table at a place where John used to work. And yeah, the rules get pretty interesting.
As long as Phil's not getting naked, I think we're okay.
Then we can't play.
Then we can't play.
The rule that told us to talk the whole time.
Oh my God.
You could make a rule
right?
that only Phil could talk at the table. Everyone else has to be quiet.
Dude, okay. How many people would we lose watching this live if Phil was the only one talking? He hasn't spoken in 18 minutes.
I know.
Wow, you're keeping track.
He's got
Hold
a
on.
timer going.
Boom. Boom. Done. Boom. Boom. Next week, I'm having the Phil Foundation speaking timer. It's gonna be a timer sitting down on his little camera box, and I'll reset it every single time that he actually speaks.
Nice.
Oh, it'll be great.
But, well, so what else is new?
I don't
Anybody
know.
have any interesting calls this week?
I haven't done calls this week because I was a lazy sack of garbage, and I only work 1 day a week.
You spoke over Phil. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
You did it again.
There's such a delay. There's such a delay. I can't tell when someone's going to call.
Go ahead. My bad.
No,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No.
Not really, son. You go ahead.
There's such a delay.
That's my bad, you know.
I'm sorry, go ahead, talk.
Oh, God.
Oh, please go ahead, talk.
Go ahead. What? I'll drink. Go ahead. Good.
There's such a delay.
Like you were joyless. Look, he's talking now.
You got my hand up his ass, working him out like a puppet.
Oh my God. I really hope that Phil appreciates you guys, or he's going to be like ghosting us next week.
Nah.
We'll just have a pair of headphones hanging there.
Well, we'll call Kelly and be like, yo, Kelly, we need you. Oh my goodness.
Oh well. So what else is new? Do we have any EMS news to talk about?
No.
Anything, if any interest?
Hold on. It took us 3 years to talk about our first pair of EMS news.
I know.
I doubt we have something in a week. However, we got a couple calls coming in. So let's see. Come back over here. Where the heck are they? So Stacy says she just said, I had a patient tell me today that his dialysis center hates him and called the police because he's Asian and used to work for the CIA. That actually does sound like a festive call.
Tell me more.
Right? Like,
elaborate.
I want to know.
Right?
Did he think you were also CIA? Oh my God. Now we also have the French are weird and a comment about dick cheeses. So there's that.
Dick cheese. Where did that come from?
Well, there's a wormhole.
Right. Dialysis to the French to dick cheese.
Yep.
I wonder if it was a nice breed.
Let's see.
Well, like a famunda.
For a little famunda.
Oh my God. Could you imagine how gross and stale and crusty it would be? Oh, that's just vile. That's vile. There's that image.
Dude.
Lick it up.
Dude. Because we've all had the patient.
I know.
God, there's a joke I was going to go for, but I'm not going to. Never mind.
Yeah, you can't unsmell that shit.
Nope. Apparently, Stacy got yelled at.
Really?
During that call. So, yeah.
By her boss or?
I don't know. She
by
just
or the Chinese CIA guy.
Hold on, I got
right
more.
by some Ting Wang.
Hold on, I got more here.
Are we too low?
Yeah,
we too low?
I got some more. It was strange call, and I was just sitting here, and the translator was like, "What the fuck?" And we were just trying to schedule his next phone assessment with the RN care manager.
He did this over the phone.
Wait a second. Wait, hold up.
And apparently the patient yelled at him.
This is through a translator.
Apparently.
So are we sure the translator was actually worth their fucking job?
He's just making shit up as we go along.
Right? I mean, for all we know, this dude could be telling, oh, well, I've got to go to dialysis and I haven't been there since Monday. And she's like, well, it's, he's saying that he was in the CIA and he worked for the police.
Are we sure?
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Yeah, I don't know.
How could you be so sure?
Chris, I do not actually remember this call, but apparently I did a call with our buddy Chris, one that he almost threw up. He was fairly new, and the lady kept layering the sheets, the new sheets, with piss. I don't recall this call at all.
Oh, you know what my fucking kryptonite is, dude. I can't do it.
Chris, was it like UTI urine or?
Of course it was.
Of course, yeah. If it's Gerard,
normal people don't piss their fucking sheets. Well,
I mean, some do.
On certain occasions.
I mean, if they're, on their knees and the sheets just have to be underneath them or behind them, they might get sprayed. Poor aim on the certain person's part.
Why are we doing geometry? Come on, back to the story. I don't want to sit here and figure out the angles of the dangles. Back to the story.
I'm glad.
Not going there either.
Seriously, Butch, I give him gold, literal gold to work with.
I was gonna go there, but I stopped.
And he just goes geometry. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, that worked too. Another one.
Nice. Oh my God, that one's awesome. Hold on, let me make hold that up again so your camera's bigger.
Hold it up so my camera's bigger?
That's what she said.
Oh, is that all you got to do? All right.
Going back to the P thing. See, there we go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look at that.
There we go.
He jumps on the dick joke, but not the golden
shower joke.
It's going to be
joke. Funny. I'm going to drink 2 more of these, and I'm going to be like,
not on the golden shower joke. We missed that one.
I don't know.
I don't do piss. I don't do piss.
I mean,
you should get that checked out. It's bad for your kidneys.
I don't like it.
No, but no one does piss. No one does piss well. There's always that one bodily fluid that nobody does well. Mine is vomit. I cannot stay. Like, I will sit there and be like, bleh. Like, you start going.
See, I can do that.
Oh, it's so gross.
I can do poop. I can do pit. I can do shit. I can do puke. I can do all that stuff. But the moment that UTI freaking smell, that nasty ass fucking piss smell, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
20 years, I'm pretty much impervious, whatever.
Which, of course, since we're talking about stories with urine in it, so that is my kryptonite. And of course, back when I was an EMT, I was at a place and where we had a call literally around the block, and it was like 1:00 in the morning, and for a fall. And you walk in, it's like 90 degrees inside. You get back to the bedroom, she's on the floor. There's a big brown stain on the bed. Not because it was poop, but because it's where she liked to pee.
So she was a furry.
The room was stacked around, floor to almost like window height with the pens. Some new, some not. And we get her in the bed. We're like, hey, the whole room just reeks. And I'm fucking dying. And everyone sees me, I'm turning green. We're in this room for like 30 fucking minutes arguing with her. Like, let's go to the hospital. And I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of this fucking room or I want to fucking lose it. One of the freaking paramedics shows up. The supervisor comes walking in and he's like, hey, Troy, whoa. And you just fucking about faces and walks right back out into the fucking living room and puts his flashlight on, starts doing one of these, like, Empire stuff, doing some Empire stuff, And she's like, well, what's he doing? He's like, oh, I'm just checking some stuff out. So, that's how bad it was. So 40 minutes go by. She's like, oh, my son's coming in the morning and all this stuff. Okay, great. What time's your son gonna get here? Oh, he usually goes to work in the morning sometimes. Okay, good. Push hard, sign here. And as we're leaving, and I say it now because I don't give a fuck. But yeah, as we're leaving, I turned around and I said, just don't call until after 6 a.m. Because we told her to call back if you needed, if you wanted to change your mind.
Right.
So I said, don't call back until after 6, because that's when I get off shift. And I shit you not, it's 6 a.m. I'm typing a chart on the computer. My relief shows up, and she's, how you doing? I was, oh, yeah, it was an interesting night. All of a sudden, we hear tones go off, station 1, medic zone 1. I'm like, oh, fuck. And they dropped the address. And the medic that was asleep on the couch pops his head up and goes, oh, fuck, it's her. And I went, yep. Minimized my chart, went right to the time clock thing, hit boom, it was 6:01. Clocked out. I looked at her and I said, sorry. I ain't going back.
So, funny thing. So I have a similar story, not with piss, but with fecal matter. I was with Emily's husband, and my now boss, who was only an EMT at the time, came as a second crew, like lifting assistants, and he cannot stand the poop smell. Can't do it. Literal instant heaving vomit in the hallway. He came in like, I'm the bushwhacking, EMT. I'm a good EMT. Let's go help this guy. Walks right in the room, and he's just like, oh, literally walks right back, and he's just like, you can hear him immediately leave the house, walk into the hall. I get like, leave the apartment, walk into the hall, sitting there like, bleh, bleh. And then, vomits in the thing. And we're all like, like putting our hands around him. Do you need help? Like, are you going to be okay? So yeah, like it kills people in this industry.
Yeah. I mean, some people, everyone's got their smell. Mine's piss. Can't do it. Don't like it.
We got some phlegm. We got some pee, some fecal matter. We got a bunch of. It'd be hilarious to. The good old GI bleed. Yeah, buddy.
That's a fun one.
That's a great
you
one.
wrapped up in a taco, and you take them in and you unwrap them. Oh yeah.
Yep. I literally said to my wife today, I was like, we were watching Dirty Jobs. I was like, he has smelled a lot of bad smells, but we should like invite him to go into a room with an active GI bleed.
Absolutely. And be like, here, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Right? Like, boom, here's this smell.
Right.
Yeah,
But no,
it's
C.
crazy.
diff. Oh,
so
C.
so
diff
here's
mixed
one
with GI bleed.
that
Ugh.
so here's one that I was working at the same place, and my partner is a Sikh, right? So turban and all that stuff, right? And as we all know, dark complexion, skin, right? And we go to cardiac arrest at one of the nursing homes, and we were in there. Of course, the room's hotter than fucking shit. And he goes straight to the airway. I start thumping, and this this black shit starts coming out of her mouth, and the smell.
Fruity.
I couldn't describe it if I tried. It was so fucking rank and nasty. Come find out later on, she liked to put some whiskey or bourbon or something in with her Ensure. And she must have had a few of those before bed.
Nice.
So all that was coming up. I'm doing chest compression. I'm like, oh man, it's fucking nasty. Suction sound. And that's when I look over and I see my partner, my Indian Sikh partner, doing one of these with the suction. He's like, and I shit you not, his complexion had changed. He was like pale. I'd never seen someone of that complexion change color to that like gray paste. And I'm like, you okay? He looks at me, he's like, you want to switch? Uh-huh. Like, holy shit. But that as far as smells goes, I don't know what it was. I think it was just that mix of that stuff and whatever else was in her gut. And it just was, oh my God. Forget piss, forget shit. That was the worst smell, I think, in my fucking career. It's just so nasty.
That smells vile. Absolutely
Dude,
vile.
I couldn't even describe it. It was just so freaking nasty. It turned a brown man green.
Oh. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. That's just...
All the while, the nursing home people are sitting on the bed just watching, and I'm like, can you open a fucking window?
Right?
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
do you smell that? It ain't napalm.
It might as well be. Biological, bomb in here. Oh, man. Too freaking funny. Yeah, no. People are weighing in. Nursing home smells. Piss and cleaner. Burns your nostril. C. diff. Burned into your nostril. I love this one. Justin says every single time that he smells old people. Yeah, think about that one.
Well, I mean, you can kind of judge what kind of nursing home you're going into by the stink. So, like, if you walk in and it's leaving a piquant aftertaste in the back of your throat, probably not a good nursing home.
Yeah,
definitely. You walk in and you
not.
smell fucking Glade air freshener and shit, and with nothing mixed with it, probably not so bad.
Probably not. Oh man,
burnt hair after a fire.
That one always lingers with you for a while.
I can't do burnt hair or burnt skin.
Yummy. Well, is there anything happy going on that you guys want to say before I shamelessly plug our stuff
in this job?
Yeah.
What? None of this was fun or happy. I mean, shit, we were talking about shit and piss and puke.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want to end
cardiac arrest?
Do you want to end on poop jokes, or do you
on a high note?
I mean, low note, high note. I don't know.
Well, I keep trying to prompt you for some kind of fucking thing. How about some news or something? Let's talk about something.
He set you up like 3-4 times, but you went off.
And you're just like, yeah, let's go back to shit.
I got nothing.
Hey, look in the chat. They're talking about shit. Let's get on with shit.
They are talking about shit. So yeah, I can't. The loyal following, watching people.
Give the people what they want. They want shit.
They want Gerard and every one of us talking about poop jokes. All right.
Right.
I even said it's a crowd of sick fucks I literally just wrote that. Imagine how many people that aren't EMS professionals reading the chat of our streams going, what sick fucks.
Yeah, you know what? In places you don't like to talk about at parties. You want us on that wall. You need us on that wall.
Oh my God. So we do have some really good news.
Okay.
Blaine is starting his medic program this fall. So
right on.
He gets a woo and a macho man for that one. Oh yeah. There you go.
Did we ever figure out did the other one pass the CPAT or?
She that one got covered by poop jokes. So sorry.
My bad. So
what ended up happening?
Poop reigns supreme.
Clearly tonight was the night of orange crushes and poops. But yes, she did not. However, she is something medical happened within the test, so she couldn't finish.
Okay.
But she is retesting soon. So
cool. All right.
We wish her the best of luck. And
yeah, man.
And Blaine, of course, I know you're going to be, listening to the podcast and watching the videos and all that good stuff. So good luck to you this coming fall. It'll be interesting to see how well you go through that. And eventually you won't be the EMT that the paramedics just tell you not to do stuff. 'Cause it was.
So, all right. So that's where I hate that shit. Even as you feel, I'm an EMT, I don't fucking do nothing. No, man, as an EMT, you can be doing so much fucking shit. And I know a lot of these agencies like to castrate EMTs, but get with a partner that you build a rapport with, and just if you know your shit and you're confident in yourself, just say, look, man, I can do X, Y, and Z. Let me fucking go. Yep. Take the fucking leash off. Let me do my thing. Because it's what I've seen. These agencies do is fucking. It's horrible, man. Because these, especially the ones that are brand new, they're coming out. They've got that that motivation to go and actually do something good. Because something got them to go into an EMT class, and they come out the box and they're like, all right, EMT class, they tell me I'm going to do all this fucking cool shit. I'm going to save lives, and we're gonna rock the house and race the Reaper and all that shit. And then they get there and they're like, yeah, just drive, shut up, and lift something when I tell you to do that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, heck, we've had full podcasts on talking about this kinds of stuff, and it's one of those things that needs to be fixed. The whole paramedic is it kind of mentality. We talk about it all the time. And I know that Blaine ended up, he switched his circumstance, so he's doing a lot better now. But there's a lot of people out there that can't fix their circumstances, and it sucks. It's like you leave the job or you continue to deal with the bullshit, because you're stuck.
Well, I understand, you want to have people motivated to eventually get their paramedic. Great. But there's some people that either, there's a few people we know that they just shouldn't have their paramedic. There's some that we know that, their heart's in the right place, but they probably couldn't do the paramedic. And then there's others that they just don't want to do that. They want to just be basic EMT.
Just want to drive an ambulance, and that's all they want to do.
But that's the thing. There's some that want to be EMTs, but actually want to do EMT stuff and not just drive the ambulance. You know what I mean? You're going to have the ones that just want to fucking drive and hide out and whatever, and bring home a paycheck. But unfortunately, the ones that actually want to do stuff get lost in the mix, or they get so beaten down that eventually they just fucking capitulate and they're like, yeah, fuck it,
Yep.
And that's a fucking crime, man.
We have the ones that that we've worked with that are, you try to let them do their EMT skills. You try to say, hey, take this call. I'm not comfortable with that. It's like, just stop with that. Just get in the back, do your skills, and be an EMT. You know what I mean? But they won't take the call.
And like what I do, anytime I start riding with somebody new, I always tell them, Travis, look, I believe you're an EMT. Do EMT things. If you need, if you need me, I'm there for you. But do EMT things. Don't wait for me to tell you to take a blood sugar. I said, if all else fails, just take a fucking blood sugar. If you don't think about doing anything else, on your own, take a fucking blood sugar. Do something that you can do as an EMT, without me telling you to do it. I said, you have free reign. If you think someone should be begged, go ahead and start begging. Don't wait for me. I said, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to have, all kinds of shit running through my head. And I'm not going to think about, the stuff that you should do. Mm-hmm. And I have this whole conversation with, with somebody new when I'm with them. And, whether they're a veteran or not, it's like, especially a veteran, it's like, hey, you've been doing this a while. You do you. I'll do me. And, but yeah, you get the ones that they like to talk a big game, but then when it comes time to play, like, oh no, I don't want to do that. Maybe you should take that. You're the paramedic. They want to just fucking drive, but they want to wear the T-shirt. So those you're going to have those.
T-shirt's very comfortable.
Figure out who they are and deal with it. But for the ones that actually want to do shit, foster that crap. Fucking, embrace it. If you got somebody that wants to learn and they're brand spanking new, don't ignore them and fucking, poo-poo them and shit. Fucking teach them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's my 2 cents.
It's a good 2 cents to end the show on. It's getting close to 11. We've been sitting here for about 2 hours.
Oh, no shit.
I again appreciate everybody who came in, joined, hang out with us tonight. Again, there was like, a billion comments that I was reading throughout the show. So thank you guys for interacting with us. And my shameless plug, if you aren't listening to the podcast, make sure that you're going to the LinkedIn to listen to the podcast. If you're not a Patreon subscriber, why not? You could literally listen to all of this nonsense while also getting, call reviews and, like lots of fun on the Patreon. So again, it's in the link tree, medic materials, on Patreon, sign up $5 or $7 a month. Boom. You got it. We'll hit boom one last time for tonight. Boom. And, do you guys have any last words? Gerard, you want to lead us out?
Phil, any last words?
Any first words?
Any first words?
I said a couple in the beginning.
What was that?
He said.
I said I.
Huh? What?
What? A couple in the beginning.
What?
Did he? He said what?
I swear that Phil's just there to be pretty, because the rest of us are ugly, and his hair does the flip thing. So
it's got to be the hair, Cotton.
Yeah, it's got to be the hair.
Bold strategy. That's how it works out for him.
Lethal.
Oh man, it's too funny. But Gerard, say those famous words that we end with.
Crochet donuts. Look at those.
Nice.
That's awesome. Like I said, I keep drinking a couple of these. I'm probably going to end up gnawing on one.
Don't gnaw on the crochet donuts. But you may or may not see a post with crochet donuts for sale via Medic Materials and Gerard and his wife in the near future. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, take care, stay safe, and we will see you next Friday night.